Viewer discretion is advised.
If you feeling like a pimp, niggas call pimp.
6717-100.
This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I am your host, Adam Wonders. We're going to start this show off with a 10-bell salute for Ed Pisker. Let's play that shit.
1 second, my friend.
All right.
1 moment. Okay. Doing that right now. So, in honor of Mr. Ed Pisker.
That was Pisker. And unfortunately, Ed passed away on Monday, April 1st, from suicide. And tonight we're going to honor his career, pay our respects, and talk a little bit about the reasons that led us to this week in comic book history, unfortunately. Ed was one half of the YouTube channel Comic Book Cafe with Jim Sub. He did not realize that his, please go for the slideshow as I talk about the books. I did not realize that his first professional work was our movie year, American Splendor. This came out in 2003-ish, when the American Splendor with Harvey B. Card was out, and did not realize that this was Ed's first professional work, which is kind of cool because American Splendor is an underground legend book, and that's kind of nice. Of course, Ed came to prominence with Hip Hop Family Tree. And the first Hip Hop Family Tree we're showing is with my homie Flavor Flav. Yeah. And this book is really awesome. It basically tells the history of hip hop throughout the decades.
And I don't know if you know, but the back cover of this particular issue has a Marvel style card design with MC Hammer.
That's that's awesome.
I wish that he would have made cards like this. I would have collected all of them.
No, that was a trading card set. I would have collected the shit. I would have bought, sold, traded, and collected the shit out of those.
Yeah, it looks so cool. Oh man, gone to rest in peace. Fuck, bro.
Yeah. And then of course there was a hip hop tree number 1. This is a variant, and this says Conway.
Kanye, not Conway, because there also is a rapper named Conway, actually.
All right.
But this is Kanye West.
Kim Kardashian.
There's 2 available. One has been sold, and for $150 so far.
Yeah. And this is how I discovered his work. And I'm sure a lot
Ah,
of people discovered his work through the X-Men Grand Design, which was a 2-issue.
wait. Before you move on to that, just
All
to
right.
let people know, this particular hip hop family tree Kanye variant is limited to only 1,000 copies. Period.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it has a heftier price point than most others.
You know,
And now we're back on. Now we're on Grand Design, which I have the whole set.
yeah, so do I. This is amazing that he took the style he used for hip hop family and adapted it to a Marvel property like the X-Men.
Yeah, it was a beautiful book. I mean, again, for those that maybe want to catch up on X-Men history, and you can't afford to buy all these books, or you don't want to be fucking reading over 300 issues, man. X-Men Grand Design is basically a condensed history of the X-Men. Holy shit! And it moves at such a wonderful pace. Ed Piskor outdid himself with this.
Oh yeah, I really liked how he, and not only was it condensed, but it was detailed too.
Yes, yes.
I mean, the attention to detail in those two books. Right now, with X-Men Mania is coming back between X-Men 97, Deadpool 3. Coca-Cola is doing a can promotion at the moment with really, really nicely drawn character designs of the X-Men on their cans right now. You don't want to go for like 500 different websites to get all the history on and the backstory on these characters. In 2 books, you can have the whole thing done, and they're not that expensive. You know. And then, of course, his latest project, you know, the ultra-violent, you know, definitely inspired by Squid Games a little bit, I think.
Damn, I
Everything's
don't have
out
the
there.
fucking variant. I don't have the variant. Fuck.
You don't have, what, the Red Room?
Yeah, I got the red cover, but I don't got that purple Red Room variant.
Yeah, they did a lot of variants for this, for number 1.
No, over here, well, I get a cover A and then a 1 in 5 variant.
Yeah, and there was also, I think, a 1 in 15 that was done by Peach from Mocha.
Well, I don't give a fuck about Peach.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just telling
I want this one. I want Ed's joint right here, bro.
Oh, so do I. I mean,
fuck, bro. That looks.
I was at my audience,
series,
that
man.
they're into that type of shit.
It came out in 2021, 3 years ago. Wow, time fucking flies. That was
it
3 years
does.
ago.
If anyone wants, go to the Comic Crusaders YouTube channel, and I believe Mr. Almega interviewed him.
Me and my boy 6 Element of Hip Hop had the pleasure of interviewing Ed when he was actually working, I believe, on the 2nd or 3rd issue of Red Room. And since he didn't know that, that it was a video camera show, he thought it was just going to be audio. Instead of putting the camera on himself, he basically just kept drawing, showing us how the piece was coming along as we spoke with him. Really fucking cool dude, man.
I gotta say, in pre-production, I hung out. I had the pleasure of meeting him for the first time in person at the Christmas con last year at Big Apple Comic Con. And by that time, I was watching comic book kayfabe for at least a year because it was such a. He wanted comic book history, and just 2 friends going over back issues of Wizard. Him and Jim Zub, they actually read the 1955 Senate hearings on comic books.
Oh wow!
Stuff that I'm into. They did a half-an-hour video on my favorite Batman story of all time, which is Legends of the Batman.
Yeah.
So getting to meet them and hang out with them their line got so huge that no one can even get to my table, to the point where Carbonero was just like, hey, Adam, if you want, I can switch you somewhere else where it can be a little less crowded.
Well, carbonara should be putting you right next to where you want to be, which is the men's room, because you like to hear puddles. I heard.
No, actually, that would be awesome because I don't have to like walk so far.
I know, to throw the bag that you take dumps in that chair you sit during the con that nobody knows.
No, that'd be cool. You know, is you know, I'll go where Mark from Calamity Collectibles sits, and I'll just do my business in that chair, and that should ruin his day. But you know, so you know, Ed unfortunately committed suicide. He was a lot of scandal in the last 2 weeks. And there's still one piece to his suicide note, which you guys can find. It's on the internet. I decided I wasn't going to read it. It still sticks with me. Internet, and the line that sticks in my head is internet bullying, murdered me. What are your thoughts on that line, Al?
It sucks. It is cancel culture. Internet bullying is real, and it needs to stop. First off, and this is to anyone that wants to accuse people of stuff. If someone did something to you, go to the fucking authorities. I don't think it's really that difficult. Go to the authorities, the cops. Don't go online with purposeful and malicious intent to basically get an army on your side, all right, on your side of the story. Because again, there's always 3 sides: A, B, and the fucking truth. You know what I mean? So this person got the whole internet on their side and harassed this poor man to his death. We never know what someone is going through. We don't know where any
the other thing that really bothers me.
Time.
Did you see the news reporter? The news reporter who went to his fucking parents.
They're all
they didn't even try to blur up the addresses of his poor parents' house, his house. Is that journalism?
That's not journalism.
Fucking knowingly dox someone like that.
And listen, you know why they did that? Because he was a fucking white male. Well, why not? Hey, he's one of those white males that they talk about that are evil. So let's make sure that we destroy him, folks. That type of shit. And that's what happened then. It's disgusting. There's a group of people called the Whisper Network, from what I understand.
Hang on, I promise to dedicate to.
What are you gonna?
Get full. Whisper Network, how you doing, bitches?
I mean, that's
my name's Blind Adam Smiley. Remember it.
It's disgusting, their behavior and all that. Again, everything is hearsay unless you're fucking there in the spot of where it happened as an actual fucking visual witness. Shut the fuck up with your assumptions, because that's all it is. And then you're making an ass out of yourself and everybody else. Shut the fuck up. If things is real, we put it to authorities. Internet bullying is for fucking pussies, and that's actually an insult to pussies. So that's that. Fuck all of you people that think that it's cool to gang up on people. Big salute to all of you, that continuously not only does just harass Ed, but just harass anyone in general. All you fucking serial harassers on the net. Y'all all fucking punks. For real. This is why I don't partake in none of this shit. Like, you got a problem with me, I'll give you where the fucking convention I'm gonna be at. For example, if you have a problem with me, and we handle our business as men. I'm an old school 80s, 90s cat. I do not do keyboard thuggery. I don't believe in that shit. Like, we could deal with our hands in person. That's that.
And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not a hard. If I do stuffing and you got beef with me, I am not a hard person to find. I'm all over the internet. You can always get a link to come on the show, or I'm usually at Flash Dances in New York every Wednesday-ish. At some strip club. You can find me at most conventions. I'll let you know where I'm at, and we can have a conversation like a man. And hey, I always say up front, have I offended anyone? And I truly offended someone, I apologize. If I offended someone and it's bullshit offense, maybe you like my favorite Suicidal Tendencies song. Maybe you needed to be offended, but I don't apologize for much unless it's warranted. I fear for this generation because it's just like yeah, just no. There's no backbone or responsibility whatsoever anymore.
Well, I will say that there is one website that has an article, shows you the letter, and but it's a very unbiased article, just giving you facts. It's from the dailymail.co.uk. The article is by Greg Woodfield for dailymail.com. There we go. So dailymail.com, check it out. A lot of information there provided, but again, fuck internet bullies.
And I also, unfortunately, I think from the way I read the letter, Ed said it very lonely. And you remember from 2000 to about 2022, most of the world was pretty much shut down, so everyone was looking for some type of connection. And I think everything just got to him.
Yep.
And then I think that a couple of the coup de grace were, the Switchblade comic that he had was just about to drop.
Mm-hmm.
His longtime collaborator on Kayfabe left.
And that wasn't cool either.
Yeah, that kind of just is like, hey, you're not gonna stick for your friend.
Yeah, I mean, what happened to loyalty
during the hard times?
Yeah, what happened to loyalty? Like, I would not abandon a friend in a moment like that. I'll ask questions, I'll talk, and get them help, and if they did something wrong, like, let's handle this, the right way, but unfortunately, taking life is never the way. Please.
Yeah. I haven't felt this triggered from someone's suicide since a good friend of mine a few years back by the name of Alex Ames killed herself. I don't know if anyone remembers Alex Ames. She was a rising adult film star. She was about 22 at the time. She was in her blade in the same way. She didn't want to do a scene with someone, and people just ripped on her online because God forbid, someone who's in the entertainment industry where, if things aren't done right, you can get a disease that can really fuck up your life good. Decides they don't want to do something. And once again, it probably had a bunch of other stuff going on besides just that, but you never know where people are in life on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, hey, you're saying bullshit to them on Twitter and they just, lost their job or lost their house or lost a loved one or, whatever. Maybe they just got news about they got a cancer diagnosis. Or I can use the example, and Tommy Top Hat, I love you, brother, and I'm wishing you a speedy recovery. Tommy Top Hat is my best friend. He does all the photography of the Batmobiles at the conventions. Was in a horrific car accident on Saturday. Broke a steamer, had both his hips needed to be replaced.
Wow.
And lost a lot of blood. I've only been talking to his youngest daughter on and off all week, getting updates. So, like for example, that's the reason for myself, I've been a bitch this week. That's part of the reason why. The only time I went public with this is I talked about on my my Tuesday show with my boys JD and Mark for a little bit, and because like I said, you don't know what's going on in people's lives, and you're going to be an internet bully. When you're going to be like, you should do this, A, B, and C, or ooh, you're racist, blah 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 blah. It's like, who the fuck are you? This generation scares me. I mean, I never thought I'd be living in the book 1984 sometimes.
Who?
Just where you could just be canceled for being different and having different opinions, and no one can just agree to disagree anymore.
No, of course not. That's an old school thing. Now you're either on their side or you're against them. Period. That's it. And it's so stupid.
And now the other thing that you brought up, while we were in pre-production, if you to the current generation, between people who are between the ages of 18 and I'll say 30, if you have nothing better to do with your life than watch old TV shows and pick them apart with a fine-tooth comb, saying why they're horrible, I think you need professional fucking help, man.
Dead ass.
And you got that less of a life to a point where, if you have free time in your hand, go masturbate and eat Wendy's. You can go to a crack house and meet a crack whore and smoke crack. You can go learn a religion, a language. You can volunteer in a soup kitchen. You can go shoot up heroin. You can take up crusade. You can become a pimp. That would be kind of cool. You can learn how to cook crack. You can learn all the history of Jack Kirby and get some really cool plays on the internet. But if you're gonna sit there and watch episodes of Friends, and the Friends has been off the air since 2007 or some shit like that by now, and you can see there is not one minority or black person or Puerto Rican or insert minority A, B, and C here, then you are a fucking jack-off idiot. You're gonna watch every. You're the reason the world is in the States. The shit like that is why no one can take a joke anymore.
Yeah.
No one.
Wait until they watch All in the Family and hear that language, or even
if they can find it, there's an episode. It's either the Jeffersons or All in the Family, where they don't bleep out the N-bomb.
Oh yeah, and where Archie tells Edith, "Geez, you heard that? I haven't said that in a couple of years." Because it was a stage where he was learning, so I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
I know exactly what you're talking about. But look, people say that, but look at Sanford and Son, a black show that was actually racist against other minorities on the show. How many times did Black Red Fox consistently insult Latinos and Puerto Ricans specifically on the show?
Oh yeah.
But it's so funny. But then you want to talk. So why didn't they diss white people on the show? Oh no, let's diss other minorities, because that's how those people wanted it. I
have a feeling that was because there was a lot of Red Fox's stand up that was that same way. If you watch like old school Red Fox stand up, he was always ripping on other minorities.
Yep.
He
didn't want to step on the toes of those that pay him.
Exactly. Smart move. Smart business move.
And although they wound up taking everything from him, and he died broke.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So they took everything from him.
But like I said, this whole cancel culture's gotten, and my other question tonight is, what the fuck happened to innocent until proven guilty in America?
No such thing.
Because you know what the whole Ed Piscar thing reminded me of?
Mm-hmm.
Justin Roiland, Amber Heard, you know,
Johnny. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Amber Heard and Johnny thing, Justin Roiland. I'm sure there's something else I'm forgetting. And it's like everyone was down his throat, calling him a monster and a demon. When, according to all accounts, he didn't do what, to some people, not me, because I think they should lower the age of consent. Yeah, I said it. They should lower the age of consent in America and make adulthood the age of 16.
Nah,
Let me
not
finish, please. If you don't like me saying that, go watch someone else's podcast because I don't give a fuck. This isn't Blind Adam Schmully talking. This is Adam Anthony talking at the moment. So yeah, what's about to come out of my mouth does reflect Awesome Sauce Radio. So bite me. Why is it that by the age of 16, you can divorce your parents and get emancipated? Look it up. You could drive a car. You can apply to go to colleges early. And then by the age of 18, by the time you're 18, which is only 2 years, and I still think is a little young for some of this, you can own a gun. You can vote for the president. You can join the army. You can get a college loan and put yourself in debt for the rest of your life. You shouldn't be a fool. Drop out of school. Yeah, I said it. Once again, this is not Adam Schmully talking right. This is Adam Anthony. If this offends you need to be offended, go somewhere else. Give me a thumbs down. I don't give a fuck. But yet there's a family without a son. Then there's a sisters without a brother because people had to be douchebags on the internet, and we had to judge someone before we knew all the facts. Maybe a little creepy talking to someone who's 17 when you're in your 40s. And this could be me. And this is just the way the comic book industry's always been. There's always been, a little bit of mentorship in it for people who get into it young. Hey, you meet your favorite creator at a con. Hey, let's stay in touch. It doesn't mean that anything is going on. It's just like
men and women can't be friends.
It's true. And it's just really, and like I said, you never know where people are mentally. But getting back to the August Ames thing, if you're in the adult entertainment industry, there is a great resource. It's called Pineapple Support. And they will hook you up with a therapist. They are a great organization. I've used them in the past. And, a good 7 or 8 years ago, I was severely depressed. And I was, at one point, seriously thinking of just ending it. And then I went to one of my favorite sections in New York City, Washington Heights. Amazon stop. I got really fucked up out of my mind. And, it's a good thing I didn't have access to firearms because I would not be here today. And I remember taking the bus back to the Jersey side of the bridge, getting off in Ridgewood, coming back to my house, saying if I just make it home, I'll get help. I got into a really good therapy program, and ever since then, therapy, good friends, good family, the comic book podcasting community, adult entertainment, help me heal. So it gets better. You know, it really does get better if you allow the sunshine to eventually come in. And you know, life is not going to always be the way we want it, and sometimes you just have to let yourself feel the pricks. You know, but if you know if you have all your eggs in one basket, the basket eventually breaks. And you know, just if you need help, get the help. There's 1-800-suicide. There's so many things you can Google. A friend, Facebook, Twitter. Uh, you know, sometimes just having faith that knowing that it may take time, but it will. And if I can, I knew then that eventually I'd be living out a couple of my fantasies afterwards. You know, like I said, it gets better, and we're up to the Deadpool thing in the format, right?
What happened? We're up to the Deadpool. Don't jump.
Let's show that so I can recompose myself because I'm almost about to cry.
Coming up.
Don't jump. Please. Not here. Parker Industries is just a few blocks down. That's the sort of address you fling yourself to death at.
You're making jokes?
I was bitten by a sad radioactive...
Get off!
I'm Deadpool. What's your name?
Don't.
Don't what?
Don't pretend to care.
You're being presumptuous. I don't care. Yet. You're making it awfully hard for me to get my care on. Is it a boy? A girl? Money? Did you marry a succubus and she might ruin your life?
Are you trying to make me jump?
No, never. Though I've been told I can make people very uncomfortable. Hasn't this place seen enough tragedy? Ultron went ham before I got the chance to trash my own building. It doesn't need your wandering soul ghosting the crap out of it. So, yeah, I'm sure a real hero would have something profound to say to make you feel better instantly, but... I'm all you got. Well, again, Parker Industries is right over there.
I hate you.
I think maybe that's a sign you're on the mend. I'll make you an offer. If you're determined that this is going to be your last night on Earth, what do you want to do? Have you seen Hamilton yet?
You're a maniac. What is wrong with you? No, I haven't seen it. And anyway, aren't tickets like $1 million and impossible to get?
Don't worry. I know a guy with tickets.
Rosebud.
I can't believe you. Are they going to be okay?
I said I knew a guy with tickets. I didn't say he would give them to us. And don't worry about these two. They're manslaughtering slumlords. See, I had a blast. Who knew the founding fathers were all dope? Where to now?
Parker Industries observation deck.
Ha! You made a joke! Wait, are you not joking?
Did we just steal a motorcycle?
I don't know. Did we? What does your heart tell you? Come on, we had fun, right? Aren't you glad you picked my ass off yourself?
Yeah, sure. But I think you have a pretty good handle on things without me. Like the rest of the world. You can let me off anywhere.
No, I can't. I'm smart enough to know I'm dumb enough that I can't help you. But they can.
You promised to let me go!
I am. This is where you and I part ways. I've been texting the staff. They're expecting you.
What if I don't want to go inside? Are you going to make me?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have to because I think you want to walk in. Will you walk in with me? Plus, maybe we could visit all the elderly people I accidentally beat up. Listen, I don't think you're crazy. You just need a little help. And I am not the guy to help you.
Well, yeah. So just find the right help that you need, and then, like I said, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that is one of the better Deadpool motion comics on the net, which was initially written and drawn in Deadpool number 20 from the Brian Paulson Jerry Duggan run. Just in case people want to get a comic book, because it's Deadpool, man. Deadpool is the shiznit, man. Al, you're a fan of Vampirella?
Oh yeah, definitely, and especially her outfit. Shit, I need to find me a shorty that'll cosplay as Vampy for me. Then I'll give her the steak, you know.
I hear that, man. I found a really, really cool Vampirella piece on eBay the other day, or actually last week. You familiar with the B actress Julie Strain?
Who? No, I
Julie
gotta.
Strain. She was a scream queen. She was married to Kevin Eastman back in the 90s. And they did a Julie Strain Vampirella action figure, which looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I have it on screen, and it's more like a statue, really.
Yeah. Well, they call it an action figure in the listing.
Oh, damn, she died in 2021 at 58.
Yep. I was friends with her.
Damn, good looking chick. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
she was also she was a sweetheart and did not have the easiest of lives. And she did a lot of softcore, porn back when softcore porn actually meant something. She did a Judge Judy type parody thing on Spice TV.
She was Pet of the Month in June of 91, Penthouse Pet of the Year as well.
Yep.
Wow. From 93, she was the Penthouse Pet of the Year.
Yep.
Paolo.
It's actually a collectible penthouse issue too.
That's sad.
Yeah, so occasionally, I find Vampirella stuff that's actually cool and isn't derivative. That's an insult to Dynamite, but I just feel like current Vampirella comics. If it wasn't for some of the variants they do, they probably wouldn't sell at all.
And Dynamite, though, that now they getting fucking franchised because yeah, they got Vampy, and they just announced that for the 40th year anniversary, they just landed the Terminator license.
Really? Man, they're landing everything this year.
Yeah. I mean, they got the Transformers license for trading cards, and now they got legit comic book license for Terminator. Like, why not do this in Dark Horse? Crazy, right?
I guess I wonder when Dark Horse lost the license because Terminator was with Dark Horse like forever.
Yes. I mean, it didn't start in Dark Horse, but Dark Horse is the most famous run. I actually have the first Terminator comic ever. I believe it was Arrow, was it?
Maybe
one of
now
those smaller presses or comic or somebody, but I have the first one.
I think it was Now Comics that did the.
Now, there you go. Yes. And I got that shit. Let's see where it goes. I'm
actually impressed with some of the stuff that Dynamite has. I'm looking forward to Space Ghost.
Oh yeah.
Space Ghost
David proposed.
Maybe they I have a feeling when they do Powerpuff Girls, there's going to be a gazillion variants.
Of course. That's the thing that they're known for. There's tons of variants. Shit. Gets too crazy.
It's Nick Berushi hates trees. That's what it is. Dynamite just has their own little forest somewhere that they're killing one new release at a time. But I can understand like an issue 1 doing like a blitz of like a billion different covers sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But why does it? It doesn't have to be every fucking book.
Yep.
It's every book. Why does every Vampirella book that came out need 10 covers, and then on top a medal, a gold medal, a nude, a blowjob, a blood royal ruby scratch and sniff.
Well, I hope they don't take your idea of sticky covers.
I was getting to that. Just any type of variant to, like, for example, Thundercats had like what, almost 30 variants.
Jesus Christ.
Give or take. It's just like it's becoming my number one peeve in the modern comic book market. It wasn't great in the 90s, but it wasn't this bad.
Yeah.
But now it's just like between whatnot and convention variants and online retailer variants, it's just like some of these books don't need it. It just sometimes less is more. And not every book needs a second printing either, or a third printing, or a fifth printing.
Yeah, all these printings and shit, everything is just too much. This is what, like on the collecting side and all, I feel like giving up on a lot of books and just go to what I enjoy, because collecting is impossible now. It's no longer fun. In my opinion, it's just not fun. They make it expensive, too hard to collect. Speculators fucking slab this, that, price point. Nah, I'm good. You try to sell something, hey, give me a better price. I'm a reseller. Do I give a fuck? I'm a reseller, obviously. I'm selling it to you. What the fuck you telling me to give you a break for? Suck my dick.
I now have a new policy. For when Awesome Sauce Radio is set up at conventions, anyone in the room who tries to do this business with me before the show opens up at 10 a.m. I will put the camera on live and I will roast the shit out of you. I'm just sick of people. Can you do a better price? And wanting all your good shit before the door opens.
Yep.
I don't like shopping, and this is just a respect thing. I got time. I was like, let me make sure everything's priced. Let me make sure the wall's set up. Let me make sure that I got snacks and water and sodas for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure I go somewhere and take my medication. So I don't have a seizure. Or my hands don't tremble too much. Type of shit. Occasionally I see a buddy of mine and we're talking, and it's like, ooh, you got that in? Put it to the side. I'll come back when show opens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind with certain thing, but somewhat lately it's usually people that I've never dealt with before. And I've been a dealer at some shows now for 30 years. Which as of June, this will be my 35th year in the comic book industry as a retailer.
Look at that.
And the things I'm seeing now, in the last couple months, I thought about just cashing out and walking up to the sunset a couple times. Because the industry has made me go, you guys are taking a lot of the fun out of it.
Yes.
And then I decided I'm not gonna let a bunch of millennial scumbag. I couldn't price a book without key collector. You know, or I need to look at Go Collect, cover price, and key collect before I even like figure out. Not even if the book is cool, not even the history of it. There's too many people who are in this strictly for the money nowadays, and it's been starting to piss me off just a little bit.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It makes things unaffordable for people that are actually fans of this. So the fans get hurt because of the collectors. Not to say that collectors aren't fans, but you know what I mean with collectors, the hoarders, those that go to a shop and want to buy 10, and shame on those shops that allow somebody to go in there and buy 10, 15 copies of a fucking book so they could then go to eBay and sell them shit for 10 times the price. Fuck out of here, bro. I don't like none of this behavior. I'm not supporting. This is why I don't interview or speak with collectors and stuff like that. It's just I'm good. Yeah, motherfuckers is hustlers. I don't talk to hustlers. I talk to creators.
I mean, I don't mind the hustle because I would be hypocritical. You know, if saying that I didn't like it or respect it, but there's an art form to this. There's a way of doing it that it doesn't. It can look scummy, but it's really not at the same time. If you follow some simple rules.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like, hey, you want to buy a couple extra copies of books so you can make money on it? Not a problem. Let's just say, for example, I have my retail shop. One half comic book store, one half strip club. You come in for a soda and a dance with a girl with a blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs, and a Supergirl costume. You go over to the comic book section, and they have, you see, what's the book that jumped up because, oh boy, we're gonna have a female Silver Surfer. Whoop-de-doo! It's not fucking Mickey Mouse. Oh boy. And Earth X number 12 is now like a hot thing. You look at my wall.
But
let me finish for a second. You look at my wall, you see 5 copies. And I haven't gotten the news yet about this, and they're still like $2-3. Something ridiculously low. So I want to buy all 5 copies. And I'll be like, no, you can have 1 or 2. You don't like that, there's the door.
Yeah.
So I don't mind you want an extra copy or 2 to do it, but leave some there for the person on the shelf. It's like, ooh, Shalabella was the Silver Surfer once? That's cool. Let me check that out. Or this is some of Alex Ross's early work that, helped him become the artist he is today. That's cool. And I apologize that I cut you off. What was the point you wanted to make?
Yeah, with that solid ball shit, I don't think that none of these people making these fucking movies are comic book fans. And you want to bring in FF. Why the fuck are we continuously with the surfer? Yo, I wanted to. You're gonna do a proper FF on this shit. Can we please have someone we haven't seen on screen like Mo Man? And I want to see. Listen, we could. Danny DeVito would be the most awesome Mo Man. Him or Patton Oswalt.
If you want to go a little younger, I was gonna just suggest Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, so either or, because I mean, you would get Danny could, as an older version, kind of, if you look at that FF number 1 with the moment, he looked really old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
But again, you could get definitely Patton. Patton would be fucking, I think, really.
I predict. I said Pat. I would say Patton first. Patton's a fanboy.
But don't you think? But do you think that's a good casting, right?
Yeah, Danny would be great, but if you couldn't get Danny, Patton is one of us.
Yeah, Silver Surfer. Give us more story before you bring in Surfer. Bring in Mo Man, and then bring in Doom, and then leave fucking Surfer for last. And did you even hear that? Now they can even do the Namor shit because they have to cast a new actor. The dude dropped out because of the sexual allegations against him.
He had sexual allegations too?
Oh yeah, listen. If you're a man in Marvel, that's how they get you out, accuse you of shit, and then they replace you with it. So they're probably gonna be a female Namorita, and she's gonna be the lesbian lover to Sue Storm. That's how they're gonna change it over there,
But you know
motherfucking Disney.
what? See, if I read a porn parody with that in it, it's all your fault.
Jason says, "What's up, Adam?"
Hey, what's up, Jason? You know, hope you're doing well. You know, it's just like really, really interesting. Because this Fantastic Four movie makes me nervous, man.
I just want to say something first, a little off topic. Folks, if I send you a message, you send me a message and I reply, I'm in the middle of producing a show. I will contact you after I'm done. That means wait till after I'm done. Don't keep conversing with me. Yeah, you're interrupting me from helping my man Ryan Adam over here. So that's rude. If I
you're starting to fuck up the power of the Schmooly Fooly, yo.
Yeah.
I am Schmooly. I am Schmooly Fooly, and I will put the Schmooly curse all over your candy asses. So let us do what we gotta do to make the dollar for the holla holla. Big pimping and government cheese, motherfuckers.
All right, so we have 8 minutes left. We have 8 minutes left, Adam, and you have one more thing to cover. A very surprising thing as well.
Yeah, Action Comics #1 has now got a new record high as a 8.5. 8.5, excuse me. I was thinking the Amazing Spider-Man one from a month ago for a second. That went for $6 million to get Heritage.
Fucking crazy, bro. Crazy. 6 mil.
Wait, what? Actually, that was $1 million more than what I thought he was going to go for.
But 6 million. And when you were talking about the Spider-Man, that's Amazing Fantasy 15, graded 9.6, it was $3.6 million. All right. And then Superman #1 came up with an 8.0, and that made 5.3 million. So now Action Comics #1 is the king once again at $6 million record.
And actually, this copy, and I'm doing this to memory, is the copy back in the early 2000s, or the 2010s actually, that went for $1 million.
So Adam, did you know this history? Action Comics, right, #1 was published in 1938, and there was 200,000 printed at that time. Now, it's been estimated that only about 100 copies out of that 200,000 print ones still exist today, and 78 out of that 100 are actually recorded in the CGC census.
How many in the CGC census?
78 out of 100 that exist. All right, and among those, only 44 copies have earned CGC's coveted universal grade, of which only 2 are graded higher than this comic. So there's even a potential for even more money for this book, because there's 2 higher gradings still out there. Wheels ain't here. Wheels is spinning around his wheels right now. Possibly, if he's in Jersey, hopefully he's just keeping his wheelchair secure from these earthquakes.
What's up, JZ? Thank you for hanging out in the chat.
And Jason says, I'm the one that you met at Exotica in New Jersey.
Yeah, Jason.
He fondled you, he said.
Don't give his candy ass ideas. Jason, if you try to find me at Exotica, I'll knock the teeth you have left out. Love you, Jason. Thank you for all the support. And yeah, I know who you are. You don't have to remind me every week. If not, I'll have my homie JB run you over in the chair.
Yo, check this out, bro. So outside of auction houses, apparently it has been selling pretty well in the last recent years. So apparently there was an 8.5 that sold for 3.25 million in 2001. Yep. A 6.0 sold for 3.4 million in 22.
Yep.
And then in 23 last year, a 6.0 sold for 3.5 million. Motherfucker, bro.
Oh yeah. It's usually like once a year or once every 2 years a copy of Action Comics 1 surfaces. Shout out to my boy, and I don't know if he still has the picture on his Instagram, Big Leg. Like Michael Carbonero at a WonderCon a few years ago let him hold his an Action Comics 1 and take pictures with it. Because I love Michael Carbonero, and he's a crazy motherfucker. He let my boy Top Tat Tommy take a picture with his Detective 27.
Wow.
You know, so which was cool for my friend Tommy because he's the biggest Batman fan on the planet. So for him to get a picture of Detective 27 next to his 66 Batmobile really made Tommy's day. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this as the comic book market's not going anywhere. It will eventually correct itself. I'm seeing signs that it's starting to. There's actually been a good bunch of stories I'm enjoying reading as of late. And there are things that have been making it fun again. I think we're just going to have to, it may take another couple of years to shift for some of the bullshit and some of the games. With the time I have left, I want to say this Sunday night, all the Cody crybabies are going to celebrate when Cody Rhodes wins the title from Roman Reigns at WrestleMania Night 2. WWE, the program has gotten great in the last couple weeks. Watching if the last clip that they showed on YouTube with The Rock beating the ever-loving shit out of Cody Rhodes, dropping like 10 F-bombs in a row. That's what we're going to be getting on Netflix. It's going to be the Attitude Era on crack. It's amazing. Just the first time in a while, I'm looking forward to WrestleMania, where I will be pre-recording a prediction show with my boy JV, and we'll be dropping that as a premiere episode this Tuesday instead of going live on Tuesday, because I did 5 episodes in a row this week. To accommodate friends and guests. And I wanted to see if I could do an experiment with doing a show a night for a week. But, I have some other things I on a personal level I need to take care of next week, so I want to jam as much content as I could. But there's one thing I've learned this week that I'm going to leave everybody with. Life is short. Life is fragile. Life is delicate and beautiful. You never know what's going to happen from one minute to the next. I mean, I got a phone call early Easter Sunday morning that one of my best friends, who, when my grandma passed, I lived on his couch, is in the hospital right now and may have to learn how to walk again. And then the next day, I'm doing various shit on the internet, and my homie Calamity Collectibles calls. He's like, "Hey man, did you hear Ed Bisker killed himself?" And I go, "Is that this gotta be?" He goes, and I was like waiting for that shoe to drop because it was April Fool's Day on Monday, and it wasn't an April Fool's joke; it was real. So Amazon, shut up. Yeah, that's right. So appreciate what you have and who you have while you have it. And make every day count. Even if you're having the worst day in the world and that's all you fucking do is make your bed and make yourself a slice of toast that morning, and then you go back to not being able to function for the rest of the day, be thankful you just did that. Big and small, simple and complex. Like I said, if no one has said that they love you today, I love you. If you need help, please get professional help. Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the goal. Mother Nature, stop spreading earthquakes. I'm sick of them already today. I'm on the East Coast, not the West Coast. It just feels weird. You know, it's that type of vision. God bless. I wish you all abundance and love. Blind out about.
Like a pimp.